Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, say you're trying to be fashionable and you need to wear a tie. You're trying to look fabulous, you got a date night, maybe you're trying to make them other hoes jealous. I don't care what it is you're trying to do, you need to know how to tie this. So what I'm rocking right now is a double Windsor. This is the personal favorite of mine. It's symmetric, it looks great, and it's really, really easy. Now, through the magics of video editing, I am rocking the half Windsor. This one's a little bit faster, it's a little bit easier. However, it's not symmetrical, but maybe you're going for that weird hipster asymmetry because you're a cool kid, don't smoke. So now we're getting into the actual meat of the video, how to tie a tie. So we're going to start with the half Windsor, then we'll move on to the full Windsor. Because once you know how to tie the half Windsor, it's only a couple more steps to tie the full Windsor. So you're going to take your little tails here. Now, if you notice the length of my tie, this is a bit of a longer tie. There's not really a standard tie size. There's a standard tie size, but they come everywhere. So you'll have to fiddle around a little bit, tie it a couple of times to figure out what length you need. For me, it's the end tail right about my sternum. Yes, my pants are high, don't judge. So it's right about my sternum. You're going to take the big side, the big beaver tail. You're going to come over the little side, grab it, and be dexterous. You're going to come up through the middle, and down. And now we've made this little loop. We made a little loop around the left-hand side. Going to come around again. So we've gone all the way around the back. We're going to go over the front, all the way over the front, and then again. It's a throat burster, not a chest burster. Going to come down through the little loop, pull it tight. Now we've made this nice and tight. The harder you pull down on the big lead, the tighter it'll get. As you pull on the sides, the wider it will get. And so you can finagle and stretch to your heart's content until you have your desired shape. And then once you've found it, grab the little end and snug it up. Not too tight, remember to breathe. And then voila. Oh, last but not least, turn your collar down because you're not a plebeian. Boom. You got it. And now you're ready to hit the club or talk about coffee in a hipster bar. Alrighty, we're done with a half Windsor. Okay, so now we're going to do the full Windsor. And you know what? I'm an engineer, not a doctor, okay? So I know my sternum's in this-ish area. And for the full Windsor, we're going to pull it up to my actual sternum. Gonna take the big lead. Come on over. Around. Those of you paying attention will realize this is what we did for the half Windsor. Make our little loop. Boom, all pretty. Nice and loopy. We're going to come around. Oh, I've screwed it up a little bit. It's okay. Just flip it and don't worry about this. I totally know how to tie a tie. I'm qualified to teach you these things. And now we're going to go back around. Now here's where it gets tricky. Instead of going all the way over, we're going to go back inside. Stuff it down in. So now we've made a loop around this side and a loop on this side. So it's the full Windsor because you've done 2 full loops. Now we come around the front, again, back to the half Windsor you taught, through the front, and sneak it down in again, you know, hiding your stuff, hiding whatever, being shady, except you're wearing a tie, so you're not that shady. No, you're high collar shady. Yeah. Tighten it, shape it, tighten it, shape it, and again, up we go. Look real classy when you do that, trust me. And we tuck the little tail back in. And again, collar down because I'm not from Grease, the musical. I don't travel that much, I wish I did. And here we go. The tie is tied, it's perfect. And I'm ready, I'm fashionable. I can do candid shots for various magazines. Alrighty. Okay, so we've tied the tie now. Now, here are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. One, there's a front and a back of a tie. So, if I flip this over, there's going to be this little pouch right here, which is where you tuck the short tail. You come in, you push it through. This one happens to have two because it's just fancy like that. This seam, this cut, that's how you know it's the back of the tie. It may not have this flower, it may look the exact same, but this little cut right here, that's how you know it's the back of the tie. And then there's a little tag up here, and again, that same cut on the upper part. Secondly, when you're doing this, is flip my collar back up. Right here, you're gonna get some wrinkles, so try and smooth them out as much as possible. There are some, fancy schmancy people who will do patterns so that all the little wrinkles look symmetrical and pretty. I can't, so I make it as smooth as possible. Okay, try, and then again, you may have to reshape it and fiddle with this for a little while. And this is for when you're really trying to go that extra mile of looking classy. And then it's all done. So you have that all tightened, and it's all pretty. This comes with the full Windsor or the half Windsor. The same thing occurs. Finally is the length of your tie. So you want it about the belt buckle. You don't want it too low. You don't want it too high. So not up here, not down here. Right around the belt buckle. If it's in this area, you're golden, you're good. However, you can do a shorter one if you're wearing a vest. So if you're wearing a vest, you're going to make this shorter because in the fatter part, it makes a bigger knot, which is more noticeable, prettier, pompier, whatever. And the vest hides the little stub tail. So those are things to keep in mind when you're doing your tie. That's all for now.